Listen to what it is that I'm saying. So no, don't sit over there in some foreign land talking about what it is that you would do in America, because if you were born on this land, entrenched in the funk and the foulness that exists on this land, you would be just as mentally enslaved, just as mentally entrained as the people who are here. Because they take their money and they put their money abroad, and they leave you there without lights 24 hours a goddamn day. Meanwhile, they got lights. The way that it is right now is because Europeans ran roughshod over that country. Europeans ran roughshod over Nigeria. Took down your symbols and put up their own, implanted you with their religion.
Hi guys, it's your Gavani's Girl Vibes aka V, and well, here I got a video, and this video has been circulating all over media, and there is a woman, she's called Tanya, and she's speaking about the Black Americans in the diaspora and the Africans. We all know that some clinging fights and rivals between them, the Africans in the diaspora and the black people in Africa. And well, here I got this video, and well guys, let us react to it.
I've been talking a lot about race relations on my channel, and some of the comments that I get are from Nigerians in Nigeria who talk about how if they were in America, all of the wonderful and amazing things that they would be able to do if they were in America. If I were in America, I would be rich, I would be famous, I would be this, I would be that, because you Black Americans are lazy, you Black Americans are this, you're that, you love culture. I just got a comment the other day, and I commented back to the person about their colonial mindset. Hello everybody, I am doing this live, but I am doing this just to get this idea out so that I could jump back into the video that I'm editing, because listen, it's another day, another Karen. So I'm constantly having to battle Caucasians on one hand, and then now I have to battle Africans on the other. And you all know, listen, I love my Nigerian people. I am genetically Nigerian and Ghanaian. I just spent dirty December and just won't go home January in Ghana and Nigeria. And there's a pervasive thought that I continue to see over and over and over again. And that idea is that somehow there's something defunct and wrong with African Americans just because our trauma is different than your trauma. And as I was editing this video, I realized, listen, the only reason why your Black would be able to come over to America and be able to do anything is because of the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the fighting, and the dedication of African Americans who on this soil changed this land. African Americans are the ones who got this country integrated. Let me explain something to you. White people in this country did not give us anything. We have had to take. And this is why you see what is going on in the news and the media right now. We took in the 1960s what it is that we had. We took their lynchings, their terrorizing, their burning down of our neighborhoods, and we continue to rebuild and revisit and retwist and re-rise up what it is that we have done in this country. And the only reason why anybody can bring their Black over here from another mother effing country is because what Black Americans have done on this land. And I'm saying this as a person who is bicultural, whose father is not American, doggone it. My father is an immigrant, and he was able to come over to this country and do something in this country because of the Black people who fought, who died, who bled, who were lynched on this land. So don't sit your Black over there in some other goddamn country talking about what you would do in America. The only reason why your ass could even get the F over here is because of what we have done. Doggone it. Listen to what it is that I'm saying.
Okay. All right. We understand. we get why you get the anxiety, why you speak so passionately about the Black Americans in the diaspora. We understand all of that, but you people that are in the diaspora, people living in the diaspora, you're the one making us feel the same way as you feel. Like, you come in our country, you come to African countries, and you expecting African countries to be all jungles. You're the same people who go on and say that African countries is all poverty around Africa. Well, how do you expect us to feel? We just feel like you making money. We understand. We just feel like you that making money. We don't know that you're sweating your black. You're calling our asses black. You ain't got a black. You get a black too, girl. You get a too. Like, I understand where the anxiety is coming from. Well, me, I understand, but what, you make us feel that way. You make us feel that you living a good life there. What, me sitting in Africa making $300 a month, and you sitting there in the United States, you telling me that you're making a lot of money and all of that? How do you expect me to say? Like, I will go on and say that if I go to the States, I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that, I'll be a rich person, because that's how you make me feel. When you come here, that's how you make me feel. That's why you say. Okay, girl? Well, let's continue with the video and listen what she gotta say.
The reason why people are able to get onto the radios in America is because what Black Americans have done, the culture that we have created with nothing. Nothing. We have been given nothing. Everything that we have in this country, we have because we have taken. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. So don't sit your black over there in your country where you're not doing what you need to do with your government. If anything, you should feel inspired by African Americans, inspired to pick up your picket sign and take your ass off your seat and go out there in the streets and protest in your damn land.
All right, girl. All right, Tanya. You see, I'm heading this word. I'm starting to head this word. Black. Stop using the word black, because you also got a black too, girl. Stop using that word. And girl, let's not forget that your father chose to invest in a country where he won't be recognized. He would have come back to his country, would have come to Africa, would have gone back to Nigeria and reinvest in his country. You're there working your ass off, you're blooding. You say you're blooding as if here in Africa we just sitting our down. We're also working hard. We're also blooding, girl. Stop saying you're blooding. You're blooding. Why are you blooding? You're blooding because you want to make money. That's why you're doing all of that. That's why you're working day and night, because you want to make money. You're working for yourself. You ain't working for us. Stop saying that. You come back. Well, the more you blooding, the more you come back to your country and reinvest in your country. We will recognize you. We're gonna recognize you, Tanya. Stop doing all of these things that, oh my God, we're blooding, we're working our hands up, we're doing this, we're doing that. Because of the Africans in the African countries, you ain't doing anything for us. You're doing it for yourself, girl. Well, how do you expect me to be inspired? You ain't inspiring me. You're inspiring your family. You're inspiring your people. You ain't inspiring me. How can I be inspired by you people? We all know you African Americans in the diaspora, how you be treating the Africans. You be calling us you pick up on our accents. You pick up on everything we do, and then you want me to be inspired? I can be inspired. I'm not inspired. I'll never be inspired.
Because I was over there in Nigeria. I walked the streets of Lagos, Abuja, and where was it that I was? It was not Owerri. I was in, I'll just say Igbo land. I walked the streets and I saw what it was and I saw what it was like. And I talked to Nigerians, and part of the issue is that there is a docility that exists inside of the average Nigerian that I spoke to. Had a complacency and a docility that exists in there when it comes to their government. And then, right? The nerve of anyone to suggest that because of the type of trauma that you experience in your country, the type of brainwashing that you exist in your country is different than the type of trauma and brainwashing that we have existed in this country, that somehow that makes you better? No. Part of the reason that Nigeria looks the way that it is right now is because Europeans ran roughshod over that country. Europeans ran roughshod over Nigeria. Took down your symbols and put up their own, implanted you with their religion, have you worshiping white skin. And then after
And well, girl, we ain't atheists like you. We would never be atheists, okay? Not all Africans are atheists. We will continue believing in God. And well, listen to me very well. We don't believe in the religions which the white people brought to us. No, we don't believe in religions, but we believe in God, and that's what we continue doing. And we don't care whether you be that with your atheism. We don't care.
After they sucked and siphoned from the country enough, then they started implanting the leaders that they wanted, who would fulfill their white supremacist agenda. And so now you have government officials who don't give a good goddamn about the average Nigerian, because they take their money and they put their money abroad and they leave you there without lights 24 hours a goddamn day. Meanwhile, they got lights. I've been to Banana Island. I see what rich Nigerians live like. Speaking of which, if I were to come to Nigeria with my American mindset, I would be rich in Nigeria. Because I'm not from Nigeria and I don't have the same type of indoctrination that Nigerians have. So when you start trying to say that you will come over to America and do all this, that, and bravo, because you've been trained in a different way. If I went to listen, I was in Nigeria 3 weeks before I made it over to Banana Island. And when I spoke to one of my Nigerian friends, I didn't realize how difficult of a thing that is for the average Nigerian. So don't sit there and start talking about how you would do so much different. If anything, this is the time right now that we need to come together. Instead of being in your colonial programming and mindset, instead of that, release those shackles. Release those shackles and realize that what African Americans are doing and have done in this country is remarkable. It is revolutionary. We have changed this world, goddammit, because if it wasn't for African Americans, black people would still be in the goddamn zoo.
Well, you want us to release the mindset of colonialism in our heads. Well, you still work for the American government, invest in the American government instead of investing in your country. You're telling us that we have a colonialism mindset. You're speaking of colonialism mindset. You're working for those people day and night. You say you're bleeding because of their government. You're giving back to their government, and you're saying that we have a colonial mindset. We don't need anything from those people. We don't need anything. Our leaders don't need anything from them. Like, we don't need their aid. If they deny us aid, okay, it's okay. Let them pack their things and leave Africa. We don't care.
Listen to what it is that I'm saying. Listen, we are all African. My ancestors were kidnapped Nigerians and kidnapped Ghanaians. We are all African. All of us. So don't be jealous because our ancestors were stolen and yours were left back there. Did you want to go through this here? Did you want to? Did you want to go? Listen, by the time slavery on this soil ended, there were 600,000 rape babies on this land. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. 600,000. That doesn't even count the amount of children that were fed to alligators. It doesn't count the amount of children from backbreaking work who were never born. 600,000 more. You want to know how many rapes have to exist for 600,000 of those to result in a pregnancy? And then under those hard conditions for it to result in the birth of a baby. You want to know how many rapes had to take place? Listen, don't be jealous because of what it is that we have done. I have a blue passport because my family was born on this God-forsaken land. And I am going to get everything that is due by my birthright of this nation. Me. But I'm not going to discount the experience of another person who is more mentally enslaved than I am. I speak about this all the time. And you all know, listen, I love my Nigerian people. I do. Like I said, I'm genetically Nigerian. You look at my father, you see an Igbo man. However, my father was not born and raised on this funky land. He was not born and raised in the mental slavery, the drudgeons thereof that have enslaved mentally the people who are on this land. Some of them. Because many of them have risen to be able to get us the level of...
Well, now, right now, some of you are going to come after me. You're going to say that V, you're saying this, V, you're saying that. But there are some things this woman is speaking out, and they make me feel like, does she even listen to herself when she said these things? Like, do you even take time after recording this video and you play it for yourself and listen to what you're saying? You're talking about slavery. You're talking about how our grave ancestors that were left in Africa and they took yours. Okay, they took them. We all know that you went through all that hard time. People were raped. We all know all of that. But what is it that you bring to Africa? When you come to Africa, what is it that you bring to us? You just keep on bragging about the good life in the United States, the good life out there. Like, how do you expect us to feel? How do you expect us to react? We also feel like we want to experience that good life you're going through. You don't talk no about the bad life you be going through, the slavery stuff. Now there ain't no slavery. We just know only one thing that's going on in the States. That's racism. That's the only thing we know. We know nothing about slavery. Slavery was done 100, maybe 1,000 years ago. People not going to be slaves no more. You come to Africa. When you came to Africa, you bring all that mindset to us. You living a good life out there. You're making good money. What do you expect me to think? Me, the African woman, sitting out there working for 300 USD a month. What do you expect me to have in my mindset? I would just want to live the American dream. I want to come there. I want to be there. I want to experience the life there. Because that's how you make us feel. You make us feel that poverty is in Africa. Out there, you're just making money, girl. That's how you make us feel. You don't talk no shit about the people out there. The people, how they treat you. You don't talk no shit about them.
The level of human rights that we have now, and still, every 20 to 30 hours, a black person is murdered by the police in this country. And then you see we got effing vigilantes out there, black people too. Karens harassing us when we just try to live. We got your bubbas and your rednecks hunting us down when we try to jog and exercise. We got hooded men who came by, poured gasoline on the things that we have built and burnt them to the ground. And we got more hooded men who put on badges every day, gavels in their hand, scalpels in their fingers, and steering wheels in their palms. We have policymakers in this country whose forefathers wore hoods and them who still have the hooded heart. And when I say hooded, I'm talking about the Klan, baby. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. So no, don't sit over there in some foreign land talking about what it is that you would do in America, because if you were born on this land entrenched in the funk and the foulness that exists on this land, you would be just as mentally enslaved, just as mentally entrained as the people who are here. So don't think that because your trauma is different than ours, that there's something better about your trauma. Because if anything, just the mere fact that you even dream, that you salivate of going to another land, shows and tells that there's something going on yours that needs to be fixed. So rather than going off and talking about All of the things that you would do in America, please do them in Nigeria. Fix your government. Rise up. Do whatever it is that you need to do on your land. It's time that we came together, and it's like there's so many people out there who are puppets and arbiters for white supremacy, puppeting racist ideals and racist ideas that they've been taught by the supremacist regime. And part of the issue is, and I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get out.
Listen to me, right? Listen to me, right? There is nothing going on wrong in our government. No, baby girl, there is nothing going on wrong in our government. No. And don't continue to say that it's our government. It's also your government. You being in America, you being born in America, stuff like that, doesn't mean that you're fully American. That's why they will continue calling you Black American. They will continue segregating you because you're not white. You're just a Black woman who was born in the States. That's how they will continue looking out for you. If you're working out there, you invest in your government. You don't tell us to rebuild our government. There is something going on wrong in our government. There is nothing going on wrong in our government. We Africans in Africa, we're working our off day and night, and we're investing in our countries, Africa. You working out there, every African person working from the diaspora and African American out there, when you're working, when you're blooding, when you're working day and night, just invest in your country. We will recognize you. We will look up to you. But those people you're investing in their government, they don't know you. They will continue mistreating you. They will continue treating you how they've been treating you all over the years. They don't care how much you invested in their government. They don't care. But when you invest in your country, in your mother country, in Africa, we will recognize you. We will see good in you. We will look after you. Well, guys, this topic has been a complex one, a bloody one, but don't forget, I've been your Galvanese Girl Vibes, aka V, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Mena Work is our YouTube channel. Keep on liking, subscribing, sharing, and leaving a comment. Wherever topic you want us to talk about, just comment about it, and I will dive in it. I love you, and I will see you next time. Bye.